What took you so long? My God, I've been standing out there for at least a minute. I have no idea. My hands are completely full. I wasn't going to say anything. I mean, it's not really my place. Well, as a guest, you know what? It is kind of my place. I'm going to say it. You really should pay more attention to your guests. Like, you need to, like, have somebody at the door to let people in. I mean, you can tell me all these people here, they probably all had to stand out there. You know, it's at least 60 degrees out there. I could have frozen to death. And that's after having to walk. Don't get me started on the walk. What is the deal with your parking? Okay, I don't mean to light into you as soon as I come here. Oh, happy Thanksgiving and blah, 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 whatever it is you tell people. Thanks for having me. It's wonderful to see you. Blah, blah, blah. You got to do something about your parking, okay? Look, if you're going to keep doing this, which this is my 10th year coming here, and you would think by now you would have this all sorted out, but you haven't. If you're going to keep doing this Thanksgiving dinner thing or whatever, you really need to work on your parking. Okay, you need to make sure you have adequate parking for your guests. Like, make arrangements with your neighbors ahead of time or whatever you need to do. Like, have them go away so we have somewhere to park. I had to park at least a half a block from here, and that is just not acceptable. Do you see these shoes? These shoes cost more than your entire dinner, okay? And I had to walk here on uneven sidewalks. There's just nothing to be said about that. I don't know why I keep coming here year after year after year, but here I am. You're welcome. Yes, it is wonderful that I could come, isn't it? So, what's going on? That's your opinion that I'm a half hour late. That's not how I look at it. Okay, you put 6:30 on the invitation. Everybody knows. It's like when you go to the movies and it starts at 6:30, but you know that there are all these previews and things. So it's nobody actually shows up at that time. So I can't help it that everybody else here is like a big loser and they show up at 6:30. I think 7 is good enough, especially for me. I mean, you know how hard it is for me to get here. I have it's 5 miles, and with this traffic it's unbearable. It's just, oh my God. And then you make me park way up the street. Oh, it's at least a half a block. Maybe 3/5 of a block. I'm not really sure. It's really bad. I'm worn out walking here. So I'm just saying that before you do this again next year, you really need to come up with something a little better than this, because this is substandard, sweetheart. You are better than this. Okay, I believe in you. I totally believe in you, and I know you can do it. Yeah, so next year, just try to step up your game a little bit, okay? Because if not, I may have to find somewhere else to have my Thanksgiving dinner in the future. So, and I don't think we want to see that happen. So just try harder next year, okay? Before you launch into talking about dinner and having me sit somewhere, aren't you forgetting something? Aren't you forgetting something? No, of course, happy Thanksgiving. Obviously, no, you're forgetting something. Aren't you going to take my hat and my scarf and my coat? That's what a good hostess would do. That's probably why you haven't done it. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. You're at least mediocre. See, now that's another thing. I was not gonna say anything. I thought, it's really not polite to point out literally everything wrong with this deal that she does. But I can't bite my tongue. I cannot keep this to myself, because I know other people here are thinking the same thing. You really need to have someone at the door. Maybe have like one person greeting everybody, and then have somebody else. Yeah, somebody to take the hats and the coats and the scarves. And then like you could do like a coat check kind of thing, where they you give them tickets so they know they'll have a little number and they can get their stuff. Because what you end up with, it's like the Lord of the Flies. We all end up in that guest bedroom back there, digging through all these coats on the bed. And you remember you had that cat about 10 years ago? Well, and again, I don't mean to nitpick, but I think that there's something going on back there because every time I leave my coat back there, I feel itchy when I put it on. Like everybody's saying it's in my head, like I'm just imagining it. But I remember you had this cat back in 2006, and I'm thinking maybe there's some fleas still around from that, or like cat dander or something. And it's getting on my coat when you put it back there, and it aggravates my allergies. And I get all stuffed up. I can't breathe. I mean, it just seems to me a little inconsiderate. It seems that you could come up with a better way to organize coats and hats and stuff. You know, like use a different room or get a better house or get some staff in here, something that would make this run a little better. Maybe we would all enjoy it more. Oh, it's time. Well, it doesn't look like it's time to eat. Everybody's just sitting there. Like they're, how is it time to eat? Nobody's eating anything. They're all just staring at me. What? Yes, I'm here. Yes, you can hold your applause for later. They're all so happy to see me. I don't really understand. Well, of course, oh, you have a seating chart. Oh, how organized you must be. Aren't you special? So, where did you put me? Did you put me at the head of the table? I mean, you're not required to. That would have been cool, though. You put me where? Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. I can't sit next to Claire. No, I cannot. I'm not going to say out loud why. I mean, she can hear me. Hey. No, honey. No, I'm not going to be sitting next to Claire. No. Oh, Claire chews everything with her mouth open. It's totally disgusting. I can't sit there. No. Well, leave that seat open. It's going to come in handy, I'm sure. So where else can I sit? I'm sure you have an alternate placement for me. Like you have choice number 1, choice number 2. You have all these alternates. So what's the first alternative? Because that's not going to work. Over. Oh, no, that can't. That's not choice number 2. No, I will not sit next to Uncle Marvin. No. He always does that magic trick where he tries to pull a quarter out of my ear. Remember that? And last year he almost pulled my earring out. I'm not sitting next to him. No, and he smells like old peppermint. I don't want to sit there. So what else have we got? Well, I understand you have limited space. That's because you have a little bitty crappy house. No offense. But there have to be. Well, that doesn't make any sense because a good hostess always has plenty of empty seats and extra stuff for unexpected guests. Well, where are my neighbors going to sit? Oh, my neighbors. Yeah, I meant to tell you, but then I figured it was fine because you're a very capable hostess. My neighbors actually didn't feel like making anything for Thanksgiving dinner this year. So I told them they could come here. So I gave them the directions to your house, and they're actually on their way. They were kind of behind me. But, it's probably going to take them 2 hours to find somewhere to park and then walk here. So they're going to be completely starving by the time they get here. So I'm going to need to make sure you have extra food for them. How many? It can't be any more than 5 or 6. Yeah, well, if it's the 2, and then there are 3 kids and their grandparents, so maybe 7 or 8, depending. I mean, I don't know. You've always got room. You've got plenty of room. You've got plenty of food. Speaking of food, did you prepare the tofurkey for me? The tofurkey. Please tell me you saw that Facebook post. Please. Did you not see it about a week ago? I put it up on my Facebook wall that once I finished all of my Halloween candy, I was going vegan. Did you not see that? I put it on Instagram to start with, and then I realized you don't do that because you're like really inept when it comes to social media. So then I put it on Facebook. I put it on my wall. Well, no, I said I've had a. You saw it. It was a picture of the candy bucket with the candy, and I said, as soon as all the candy's gone, I'm going vegan, at least until the Valentine's Day candy comes out. That was that was for you. That was for you. So you would know for dinner to have something that I could eat. So you did not do that. So you're saying all you have like for a main dish is turkey for Thanksgiving? Oh, and ham. Ooh, that's so much better. You are unbelievable. You seriously, like, you need to take a course or something. Well, I don't know what I'm going to eat now. I guess I'll just have to chew on some celery or something. Do you have any vegetables here, or well, it would depend on how they were prepared. You if you're going to keep doing this, you're going to need to be a little bit more considerate of your guests. You're just awful. Kind of like your decorations this year. No offense, no offense. Yes, I know they're waiting to eat. It's totally fine. Look, anticipation makes everything taste better, which with your cooking, we're going to need as much as possible. Like we could probably wait until 9:30 and it would be really palatable by then. So, yeah, so it does depend on how it's prepared as to whether or not I can eat it. You have my coat? Well, yes, it's real fur. But no, see, I bought this before I went vegan. Okay, I've been vegan long enough to know how this works. Okay, you don't understand how it works. Okay, I've been vegan for 77 hours. Okay, you don't know. You do not understand the struggle and the benefits of it like I do. Okay, I bought this coat before that, and this animal was dead a long time before I went vegan, so I can wear this. It's totally okay. It's like the universe it proves it and like digs it and all. It's okay. I can wear it, but like, you know, you couldn't. Like if you tried to be vegan, you would be terrible at it. You just don't understand what the lifestyle entails like I do. Maybe later you might understand it when you get, a little more wisdom or whatever, but right now it's hopeless. So basically at this point, I'm going to be eating some raw celery and maybe a potato or something. Who knows? My what? Oh, right. I did say I was going to bring a dessert. I did. But I thought about it. I thought about it long and hard, and I kind of looked through some of the pictures from last year, and not to be rude or anything, but you guys are getting kind of fat, so I figured maybe a dessert would not be the best thing I could bring. So I brought this. I brought a bag of lettuce. I ate a little bit. I used some on a snack earlier. I had a little bit of salad. But this is going to be for dessert. It's lettuce. It's a lettuce mix. It's like a sweet butter lettuce. Yeah. No, I'm totally serious. You can keep the rubber band. I have a rubber band on here that will seal it. So if there are any leftovers, actually, well, if there are leftovers, they're going to come home with me, so you don't get to keep the rubber band unless we eat all of it. If we eat all of it, I guess you can keep it, but otherwise I'm going to need to take that. So where should I put the dessert? Oh, okay. Well, here you go. All right. Just you're going to take that. Are you going to put it on the table with the other disgusting stuff, or? Okay, that's great. Well, Aunt Edna got on to me a little bit last year, and she called me self-centered, which I don't know what that was about. She said, "Did you bring a gift for the hostess?" I said, "No, I'm here. What more of a gift do you need? That's that's the gift. Are you kidding me?" And she said, "You really need to bring a gift to these things. It's the right thing to do. You need to bring a cover dish, and you need to bring a gift." So, as I was heading out the door this afternoon before my long trek here, I remembered what she said, and I didn't want her kicking me in the shin again under the table, so I grabbed something and I wrapped it for you. This is just for you. I drew a little bow on here because I don't have any bows and they're probably unethical anyway. It's toilet paper. It's totally organic. Let me just go ahead and unwrap that for you because you got your hands full with that turkey platter and everything. It is. This is for you. And I put a lot of thought into this present as I grabbed it off my kitchen table. So I really hope you appreciate this. It is. No, it's nothing perverted. Don't start laughing. It's a napkin holder, you see? And this is the little handle here. And it's made to look like a leaf or like a stem of some sorts. So you can put your substandard napkins in here, which hopefully you have better napkins than you had last year. They were so awful. It's like they wouldn't pick up anything. Those ugly burgundy napkins. Exactly. When I spilled Uncle Bert's drink, it didn't soak up any of it. He ended up having to use his scarf, and I felt terrible about that. So anyway, at least now you have somewhere to put your disgusting, awful, cheap napkins. So you're welcome. I'm going to put it over here. So that's your hostess gift, and you can keep the toilet paper. It's on the floor. Actually, you might want to save that because that half-ply crap that you use in the bathrooms is really awful. I don't even know where you get it. It's like half-ply toilet paper. That is triple ply, organic, free-range, gluten-free toilet paper. So don't let it go to waste. Okay, you might want to go put it in the bathroom now to save the embarrassment when someone goes to use your bathroom and they see that semi-transparent crap you have in there now. Of course, most of us come every year and we know how cheap you are. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Don't take everything so seriously. God, see, that's your problem. You're so serious all the time. So, okay, I know you're holding a turkey platter, but like I'm burning up because your house is always too hot. And it stinks in here. What is that smell? It smells like something's burning. I mean, does it just smell that way all the time? Or is that just, what have you done? Well, I'll tell you what. Hold your arms out. Okay, hold the platter with that dry turkey on it. No, I don't want to touch it. I'm going to drape my coat over your arm. Okay, do like this. Pull your sleeve up there. There, I don't want my coat touching your sleeve, okay, because it looks like it's got crumbs on it or something. I'm going to drape this over your arm. There we go. Now you hold on to that, okay? Don't drop my coat, please. It's very expensive. And now that I'm vegan, I can't buy another one, so I'm going to put the hat on top of that. Now look, my hair is all tamped down because I had to wear my hat for so long. I tell you, it is a real struggle coming here for Thanksgiving. You don't realize how difficult this is. The amount of work you put me through every year to come to your dinner. I'm going to put the scarf on top of the hat. Now, don't drop these, okay? Don't get gravy on them or anything. And be very careful carrying them back there to that bedroom. And I want you to put it on top of everybody else's stuff. So all that 10-year-old cat dander and those fleas hopefully won't get to it. Okay, here, hold still. You're wobbling. You're going to drop them. I don't care if you drop the turkey. Hold still. Okay. Well, that's just wonderful, isn't it? Okay. My neighbors will be here any minute. So you can use these two seats for two of them. You know, I'm thinking maybe you can go sit in the kitchen to eat. That would free up another seat for somebody. Okay, no, I see. Why do you make things so hard? Okay. Uncle Dave cannot sit there. Okay, that's where I'm going to sit. I feel drawn to that seat. It's closest to the vegetable section, so I'm going to sit there. So after you put my coat down and everything, I'm going to need you to go tell him to move. He's going to need to get his plate and his cup and whatever, and go somewhere else. Like he can go to the kiddie table or something. But I'm sitting there. Okay, that's just the That's the best way we can handle it. That's really the only seating arrangement that makes sense. All right, and we're going to have to shuffle a few more people around to make room for my neighbors as well. So if you just go ahead and get started on that, I'm going to go in the bathroom and see if I can use your poorly lit mirror to fix my hair. Yeah, what do we have to drink this year? Because I think I'm going to need some alcohol. That sounds like last year. Oh, God, every year is the same thing. All you ever have is cranberry juice, and then you have that punch, and then you have 6 or 7 sodas, and you have water, and you have tea and coffee. You never have any variety. Oh, and a domestic and imported beer. You never have the wine I like. You know how I love wine. You never have wine. It's like you don't care. It's almost like you're trying to get me to not come. And I don't even know. I don't know what to say. I guess there's not much else to say. I'm going to go fix my hair, put my stuff away. Then you're going to have Dave move. You're going to have, yeah, a bunch of these people actually are going to have to move. So you get started on that while I go fluff up my hair and try to find something disgusting to drink, okay? We're doing what now? Oh, no, see, I don't do that. I can't do that. You know I can't do that. I can't stay after and help wash dishes. You know that. With my arthritis, I can't do that. It aggravates it. I'm so upset now. It's all I'm going to be able to do to go fix my hair and sit in the recliner until you find me somewhere better to sit. See, now you got me all upset. I'll tell you, you keep this up. I'm not coming for Christmas dinner this year. That's it. I'm not going to do it unless you apologize and do better. Yeah. Well, it's so crowded anyway. You really need a bigger house. That's something else you probably want to work on before next year. You know, work harder and get a better house. Get a bigger place. Seriously. Okay, go put my stuff up. Move Dave. And I will be waiting for my seat to be available. I'll be over there in the lazy boy. You just come get me when it's ready, okay? Great. Thank you.